I never thought I'd find myself in a situation like this, caught between the past I tried to leave behind and a forbidden desire I never saw coming. It all started during that weekend trip with my best friend's family, where I was supposed to keep things simple, stay out of trouble, and enjoy a quiet escape. But life has a way of throwing you into the most unexpected storms when you least expect it. Her brother, Marcus, was there. He's her older brother, twice my age, divorced, carrying the weight of a heartbreak that still lingers beneath his calm exterior. I always thought of him as off-limits. After all, he's her brother. He's a little rough around the edges, with a quiet charm that comes from years of experience and loss. I kept my distance, reminding myself of the unspoken rule, family first. But that weekend, everything changed. It was the way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't paying attention. Those lingering glances that held a hint of longing, a flicker of something dangerous. It started with accidental touches. My hand brushing his arm as we reached for the same glass of wine. A shared laugh that lingered a little too long. The way he subtly leaned closer during conversations, his deep voice sending shivers down my spine. We were supposed to be just friends, just acquaintances on a weekend getaway. But when night fell and the house grew quiet, the tension in the air thickened. One moment we were talking about trivial things, work, childhood memories, the weather, and in the next, our eyes met across the dimly lit room. I felt my pulse quicken, my breath catching as I saw a different side of him. The vulnerability behind his calm exterior, the unspoken desire simmering beneath his words. That night, as we both sat on the porch to escape the restless energy of the house, I felt his hand brush mine. It was a fleeting contact, but it ignited something in me, an undeniable pull I couldn't ignore. His eyes searched mine, and I knew I was teetering on the edge of a forbidden line. I tried to pull away, to remind myself of the consequences, but the magnetic force between us only grew stronger. It was dangerous, reckless even. But I couldn't stop myself from leaning in just a little closer, feeling his breath on my skin, the heat of his gaze. If this confession has you on the edge of your seat, hit like and share, because you will not believe what happens next. As the weekend wore on, the temptation became almost unbearable. Every stolen glance, every accidental brush of our bodies felt like a spark igniting a fire I couldn't extinguish. I knew I shouldn't feel this way about my best friend's brother, that I was risking everything, our friendship, his family, my own peace of mind. But it was as if a door had opened inside me, revealing a secret world where I was free to feel, to want, to be desired without guilt. One evening, when her family was asleep, we found ourselves alone again, this time in the quiet darkness of the living room. The air was thick with unspoken words. Marcus reached out, gently cupping my face, his thumb tracing my jawline. The world outside seemed to fade away, leaving only the pounding of my heart and the silent scream of my conscience. I hesitated, but his touch was intoxicating, and I surrendered to the moment. His lips brushed softly against mine, tentative at first, then more insistent. It was a kiss filled with longing and regret, a kiss that promised more than I dared to admit. I knew I was risking everything, our friendship, his family, my marriage. But in that moment, nothing else mattered. I was lost in the forbidden world we had created, and I was desperate to see where it would take us. The days that followed were filled with stolen moments and secret meetings, each one more intense than the last. I would catch myself staring at him when he wasn't looking, my mind racing with forbidden fantasies. Every time he touched me, even casually, it sent a jolt through my body, an electric reminder of how alive I felt, how much I was craving something I shouldn't have. Yet amid the chaos of my feelings, I couldn't shake the guilt that gnawed at my conscience. I was betraying my best friend, risking everything I held dear. But love, I realized, doesn't care about rules or boundaries. It only cares about feeling, about connection, about the possibility of finding happiness in the most unlikely place. I was beginning to believe I couldn't breathe without the secret of us. I found myself at a crossroads. I stood in my quiet apartment, the scent of jasmine filling the air from the candle I lit earlier. My phone vibrated on the table, a message from Marcus. My heart pounded as I read his words. I can't stop thinking about you. Tomorrow, I want to see you again. Please say yes. My fingers trembled as I responded, knowing full well that each reply pushed us further into dangerous territory. Love after loss, I've learned, is a fragile thing. It can shatter with one careless word. Or it can grow stronger if nurtured with honesty and courage. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I do know that I am willing to take the risk, to embrace this forbidden love that has unexpectedly given me a second chance at happiness. Sometimes the greatest of risks lead to the most beautiful of rewards. And maybe, just maybe, we can find a way to be together without destroying everything else in the process. If you crave more raw emotional confessions, please like, share, and subscribe. Your next chapter awaits.